there is a very powerful process that I'm going to share with you today that's going to change your belief system about anything and everything. Because we have beliefs, and a belief is just a thought that we keep thinking over and over again about various subjects, whether it's money, our weight, our health, our relationships with others, our relationship with our significant other. And so this process I'm about to share with you, you can use it instantly. You can use it to take back your power, to get back into the driver's seat and stay in your hula hoop. And this process is easy to implement, really, and it's easy to remember. So grab a pen and paper, and I'm about to share with you this process. So a situation will occur. And for example, you may go and look at your bank account and it's less than favorable. You would like your bank account to be a little bit more fuller than what it is. And then I want you to notice the thoughts that come up about the state of affairs around your money situation. So you may have thoughts that come up like, oh, it's so hard to get ahead. I always seem to have more months left than the money I have in my bank account. Oh my God, you know, money is running out. Oh my God, how am I going to survive? Oh, I just hope something terrible doesn't happen right now for me. Whatever it is, just notice the pattern of thinking, and there is a certain way of thinking around various subjects that you are in the receivership of on a continuous basis. So notice the thinking that's going on, number one. And then you ask yourself the following. Well, is this actually a fact, like an absolute hardcore fact? Or is this just a story about my situation that's happening to me in this red hot minute? It's a story that my mind is making up about the state of affairs to do with money in my bank account. So you ask yourself two powerful questions. Is this actually a hardcore fact, right? Or is this a story that I'm making up? Next, you then go in and ask yourself, well, if it is just a story I'm making up right now about my bank account, well, is this really true? In the sense, does this really belong to me? Or is it just opinions that have been programmed inside of me from other people? Okay, so what you're doing is you are neutralizing the situation right now. You're not getting emotionally involved because the bank account is not to your liking. By neutralizing it and going, well, this is actually a pattern of thinking, my belief system that's been holding me hostage for years. But this isn't actually a fact, because there are other people out there that are doing really well with money, and they have money, which means they have a different belief system to do with money than what I have, clearly, okay? Because I would be more in the receivership of money if I had their belief system. I mean, you only have to think of Warren Buffett. God, I wish I'd grown up in his home. All of his kids would never, ever be worried about money. So can you see the difference, right? Often this belief system is just full of lies, because if you look at the word lie, belief, in the middle is the word lie. Lie. You've been lied to, okay? So you go, well, this actually doesn't even belong to me. These are just opinions from others that have been planted inside of me. Then the most powerful question out of the process is, well, what would my highest version of myself, my another identity. I call it your best version of yourself. You can also say, what would God say about this, or source or spirit? What would they say about this situation? And ask yourself, well, how would they think about it, feel, and act around it? So you're switching your mind from the identity of struggle to the identity of empowerment. And so then you are stepping into that new identity in this red hot minute by asking another version of you, how would they think about the bank account? How would they feel? And how would they act? Okay? And then you will get an idea. You will get an idea. It might be, well, God is the source of my supply. God provides richly for me now, and God is never late. Or you could get an idea, well, they wouldn't even be bothered about it. They would see that money comes and goes. It's always in flow. It needs to be circulated. And for the moment, my bank account is in this state of affairs, but it's not going to stay there forever, because I have had money before in the past, and I'm going to continue to have it in the future. So you're really stepping into that identity of empowerment, where you take back your power and you program your mind, or actually, I say, use the law of substitution to reprogram the mind with new thoughts and feelings and behavior around money. So I suggest to you that you step into this new identity in that hot red minute, and it's really happening in the moment, right? You don't leave it for later. You do it as it's happening, so that you don't go down the rabbit hole, I call it, of becoming emotionally involved in the wrong idea. Because the moment you get emotionally involved and start thinking how low the bank account is, I'm nearly broke and the money's this, then you can only attract more demonstrations to illustrate that emotional involvement. So I'm getting you to switch onto the side of the solution right now. The solution is, how would that best version of myself think, feel, and act? And then you'll get an idea. And it may be, I'm just going to practice gratitude, right? That, oh my God, I've been in worse situations than this, and things have always worked out for me. You may get a statement that pops into your head. No, everything's always working out for me. No, everything is always working out for me. The universe is conspiring in my favor. You will be inspired with an idea, and that's what you act on. And of course, this then changes the whole scene of you visiting the bank account. Because if you can do this over and over again with various subjects, you are reprogramming your mind to think differently about those subjects that have held you hostage for years. Hold you hostage for years, where you've gone down the rabbit hole about those various subjects. Not anymore. You are changing your belief system in an instant. And this is when you start to not only master your mind, you start to master your life. Tanya Pluckrose here. I'm all about helping you master your mind so you can master your life. If this has resonated with you, drop your comments below. Please share this with someone who may be troubled right now about a loved one, about their weight. Maybe they're troubled about money. Go and share it with them and help them give back their power just by this simple process. And this process can be used in real time, in the moment, and it changes your future, because you are changing your inner conversations, your belief system in real time, in that moment, and embodying this new identity about yourself.